two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year, and three-time loser, The Jason Walker Show, the best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on The Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on The Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
The Jason Walker Show.
Hey, what up? Happy Tuesday. The Jason Walker Show. We are back. Enjoyed a nice little week off last week. A little busy, but back at it. You can watch on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, listen on Podbean, Network One Sports, and as always, go to jasonwalkershow.com for any of our previous episodes. Coming up today, Katie Garcin-Forba is going to talk Capital Girls Hoops. Also, we are going to check in with PRCA Circuit Finals Saddle Bronc champ Jesse Kruse. He will join us as he gets set for Denver stock show this week. So looking forward to that. So you can watch, as I mentioned, our Twitter handle at JWalkerSports. Tweet us anytime. Our email, jason@jasonwalkershow.com. And our phone number, 406-209-1267. Opening segment, we like to call the walk-up, and it is brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes, the premier log home company in the industry with 3 distinct divisions so you can create the log home of your dreams and your budget. You've got milled, handcrafted, and timber frame, and you can check them all out at yourcustomlog.com to get started today. Had a good weekend. Hope you did as well. Saturday was in Great Falls for hoops, and then a nice, relaxing Sunday, and yesterday as well, and a little doctor visit today, and not much sleep last night. So, but clean bill of health, so we're good to go. We are good to go. Like I mentioned, hope you had a great weekend. Finally finished, I think I started October, November. I finally finished the Elvis movie with Austin Butler. And wow, what a great movie. Great movie. Came out over the summers, we all know. But I'm a huge Elvis fan. But it was really cool to watch and learn some things that, I didn't know. Colonel Tom Parker was, not a nice dude. I think we all knew that, but yeah, in general, just a fun movie. And of course, the passing of Lisa Marie over the weekend, and sad news there. A couple of heart attacks, 54 years young, and always loved Lisa Marie. I always grew up thinking I had a chance with her. I think she was like 7 years older. And then she got married to Michael Jackson. I'm like, that ruined it. Which was just a weird marriage anyway. But Lisa Marie will be buried next to her dad at Graceland. And someday I got to get there. Got to get to Graceland. We also have your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week coming up, by the way, as well. And it was a good weekend in high school hoops. It was a good weekend in high school wrestling. And, of course, the PRCA Circuit Finals. We'll run through those coming up. But, man, the jug back over in Missoula. Always the Rocky Mountain Classic. Always a fun tournament. Flathead wins the team title. West second, Haver High third. Let's see, Mikhail Aguayu from West at 103. Cesar Quintanilla from University. Keon Hernandez West at 120. Reed Mantle 126 from Haver. Tegan Vasquez going for 4 in a row. Four-timer at 132 from Glacier. He won. Carter Schmidt from Belgrade at 138. Bozeman's Avery Allen at 145. He too going for 4 in a row. Justin Windauer, Columbia Falls at 152. Izzy Moreno, who we've had on the show at 160, finally got a hometown victory. Anders Thompson, a flathead at 170. 182, Noah Pohattan, a flathead. Brendan Lockhart of Great Falls High at 205, and Capital's Talon Marsh at 285. There was some good girls wrestling as well in Missoula at the Hellgate Invite. You also had the Miles City Cowgirl Invitational, and what else was the 64th Annual Cowboy Invite in Missoula too. So just lots of great stuff over the weekend, and good news as well coming from Montana High School Association. We talked about it last month or earlier this month, but they're going to keep the Flint Creek Drummond Phillipsburg Co-op for at least another year, which is a great move. And, you know, smaller schools, and I know they've done well. I know they've dominated for the most part the last decade or so, but yeah, good stuff that they're back. And Brennan Flayton of Glasgow, the athletic director, was Montana's overall AD of the year, selected by the Montana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. So congratulations to Brenner. 16th year teaching and in public education, and is in his 9th year as Glasgow AD. He's current president of District 2B, vice president of Class B. So congratulations to him. Saw that. I wanted to get out there as well. All right, Great Falls, you had the PRCA Circuit Finals. Always a great weekend in Great Falls. And year-end titles. But this money goes towards the year-end standings for 2023, which is awesome. But Caleb Berquist, your all-around champ. Haven Medjid, your year-end champ. Bareback, Caleb Bennett won the average in the year-end. Tristan Hansen finished in the 2 slot. Steer wrestling, Ty Erickson, number 1 in the year-end. Newtonovich, second. Team roping, really no surprise, but Dustin Bird, Justin Viles won. And then in saddle bronc, Jesse Kruse, who we'll talk to a little bit later on. Tie down was won by Heaven Medjid, the 2019 world champ. Caleb Berquist came in second in the year-end standings. Breakaway, Joey Williams. And in barrel racing, Abby Knight, former Providence Cowgirl, and All-America as well. And in bull riding, year-end winner Cole Wagner, number 1, Hawk Witt, number 2. So congratulations to all the circuit finals champs. Mentioned high school hoops. There was some great scores put up, both boys and girls. And Brooke Badavin, I always pronounce the name, Butte Central, 42 points. And I cannot ever remember Badavinic. No, Badinovic. We'll go with that. Tavy Duncan, Custer Hysham, put up 40. Josiah Stutz of Yellowstone County Homeschool put up 38. Some other good ones in there in the 30s and in the 20s. I saw locally the Jefferson girls got past Townsend. And some great wins by Capital. Helena High over the weekend as well, both boys and girls. So hoop season's going to be at the end there before we know it, which is really weird because it feels like we just started it. And I say that about all sports every year, but it happens. Let's see here. What else did we see that we wanted to hit on? Darian White reaching 1,500 career points for Montana State women. She's so good. Just so good. Your Frontier Conference basketball players of the week. Marcus Stevens of Providence. Tavia Rooney from Montana Tech. And Rooney will go into Thursday's game with 999 career points. And I absolutely love Tavia Rooney. I've always loved Tavia Rooney ever since she was in high school, but especially when she got to Tech. But congratulations to those two. Let's see. Big wins in the Frontier. And, yeah, we mentioned your players of the week. Providence Wrestling's Joel Avila with the Cascade Conference Wrestler of the Week. Congratulations to him. He's 14-0 on the year, 8-0 in duels. He picked up a big win for Providence out at Eastern Oregon. Providence guys are ranked 8th in the nation, and they beat number 10 Eastern Oregon. Providence women ranked number 5 in the country, had their duel at Southern Oregon canceled, postponed. They'll remake that up. So, do we have rankings yet today? I don't think we got rankings yet today. So we won't go over rankings yet. Let's see here. What else did we see? Grizz got blown out by Eastern Washington. Lady Grizz did. The men lost as well at home, at Eastern Washington, and lost both games to EW this year. Grizz on the outside looking in for a Big Sky title now. 3-4 in league games. Montana State's 5-2. They lost over the weekend, or last night rather, to a team they probably shouldn't have at all. But there you go. Let's see, what else did we see? Tennis got going in college. Can you believe that? Man. Got the NA3HL going still. Helena Bighorns have won 8 straight. So, good stuff, as always. All right, let's see. What time is it? Let's take a break. We'll come back. When we return, we'll check in with Katie Garcin-Forba, get the update on the Capital girls basketball team. Picked up a couple of wins. Crosstown Friday night, and we'll talk to the Capital girls coach, 2-time state champs, when we come back. Also, Jesse Kruse is going to join us a little bit later on, circuit champ in Montana Saddle Bronc PRCA, year-end standings, and we'll ask him how life is. He's getting ready to head down to Denver for their big stock show they always have, and get to go to the Ram Circuit Finals again. So we'll check in with Jesse, one of our favorites as well. Plus, let's see. Oh, let's do your Auto Contest Performance of the Week. And there was a lot to choose from. A lot. But got to go with Capital's Talon Marsh. Off to a great wrestling year and winner of the Jug Beck Rocky Mountain Classic over in Missoula over the weekend. He is our Auto Contest Performance of the Week. If you need anything done to your car, your truck, get into Auto Concepts. I'm telling you, they are fantastic. They are truly your auto enhancement professionals in Helena. So make sure you stop in and tell them you heard it on the Jason Walker Show. Get gift certificates. If you don't know what to get for your loved one, get them gift certificates. Always a great gift. Opening segment, The Walk-Up, brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes. Veteran-owned, woman-owned, family-owned, and operated. A fantastic log home experience. Get a hold of Montana Custom Log Homes today at yourcustomlog.com to get started. All right, quick break. Come back. Katie Garcin-Forba coming up next. Hang on.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show. L&P Grocery offers Boulder a convenient shopping experience, whether you're stopping in for a few things or stocking up for the week ahead. From fresh produce and meat to all the staples you need to feed your family, you'll find it here. L&P Grocery is also proud to have partnerships with local brands and carry products unique to the area. Stop by to exchange propane tanks, pick up fishing tackle, grab your prescription, or get your photo taken at the Pitcher Kiosk. They're delighted to be the one-stop shop for local area Boulder residents who want to support local business. Visit lnpgrocery.com and at 215 North Main Street. Spring is fast approaching and summer is just around the corner, so now is the time to get those windows tinted at Auto Concepts as the sun starts to heat up. Tinting is the best way to keep the sun out of your little one's eyes driving down the road. Plus, it just looks cool. Auto Concepts is your exclusive 3M dealer for tinting as well as the best clear bras in town. Auto Concepts clear bras will not fade or yellow over time. And don't forget about suspension lifts and power steps for your rig too. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com or check them out on Facebook. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
Summer, the season to work hard, play hard. The days are heating up and getting longer. The smell of fresh cut grass, the hot sun on your skin. Who we kidding? We all know you're really thinking about having fun and relaxing at the Copper Club Casino. Meet your friends for a cold one. Play a $5 or $2. When you want great service, cold drinks, and fun entertainment, this is the place. The Copper Club Casino, where everybody knows your name any time of year. On Euclid, across from Molendi Center, the Copper Club Casino.
Everyone knows about Dinners Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinners Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinners Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
This is the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back. Jason Walker Show on a Tuesday. Going to talk to Jesse Kruse, circuit champ for Montana and Saddle Bronc coming up. The walk-off on the way as well. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn in Helena. So, you know, I'm also the sports information director up at the University of Providence, and I finally figured out after, I mean, I used to be pretty good at computers. My dad was a business teacher, so I kind of grew up with the old school, like floppy disks and little joystick for Jordan, or for Bird Magic and whatnot, Oregon Trail. But I finally figured out how to do like graphics and pictures and stuff. It's pretty cool. So I'm working on that stuff. It's just, I don't understand it, but kids like it. The Instagram, that's where the kids are always saying go to. So, all right. Jesse Kruse coming up, but it is time to what did I see? Oh, time to check in with hoops in the Helena Valley. Capital girls coach Katie Garcin-Forba. And she joins us now on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. It is not just a bundle. It's your home, it's your auto, it's your life. And Mike understands that. Get a hold of Mike Miller State Farm in Helena today. Katie Garcin-Forba right now. Jason Walker Show. All right, Coach. Another successful weekend. How are you?
I'm doing well. Yeah, super proud of our kids, and it was a good weekend of basketball for the Bruins. But yeah, no, life is good, and another opportunity just to get to coach a great group of young ladies.
Before I ask you about the total hoops, have you seen Elvis the movie yet?
Yes, I have.
What did you think?
I I was really entertained by it. It was very long, but I thought it was really interesting. And it painted a very different picture than I was aware of what happened in his life and leading up to ultimately his death and all of that. Part of it was I just never looked into it further and really educated myself on it. But it was really disappointing that like human nature played a really big factor in his passing. So
no, I mean the Colonel was kind of a jackwagon. to put it nice.
People allowed his behaviors he manipulated a lot of people, and it was fascinating. I thought it was really interesting and just provided a lot of insight that I had not been aware of before.
Yeah, I finally finished it. I started it, I think, in October, and I finally finished it on Saturday night. But then it made me think of Lisa Marie, because then she passed this week, and I always thought I had a chance with her because she was only a few years older than me.
Was your wife aware of this?
Oh yeah, this was pre-wife. This would have been this was pre-Michael Jackson marriage. So
there you go. There you go.
When I was still young and thought I had game. So.
Yep.
Were you an Elvis fan growing up, or do you like his music?
You know, I did. Yeah, it was. I think I grew up in a household. My mother was very big on like musical diversity, and we listened to a bunch of different genres growing up, and she really made sure that we knew and appreciated some of the artists that really shaped music, especially like through her upbringing in childhood. And so, yeah, we definitely Elvis, the likes of my dad was a big Patsy Cline fan. Ooh. And so just like artists like that, we really grew up with that in my household. And I appreciate that my parents were really big on introducing us to different types of artists and making sure that we understood the history of music and how it had transformed over the course of history.
Okay, better biopic or biopic the last few years, the Elton John one or Elvis?
Ooh.
Because Rocket Man was pretty good.
Rocket Man was pretty good. I think I appreciated the Elvis one more because I was less informed of his life, and I appreciated the insight they provided in some of the social justice stuff that he really paid attention to, and his working with African American artists and just that dynamic. That was never something that had ever really been highlighted to me, and so from that perspective, I thought that was really interesting and really pretty amazing how he kind of paved the way for others. Rocket Man was good. I have more familiarity with Elton John and his stuff more recently, and so I think I appreciated the Elvis like from the historical perspective of things.
Look at you going in depth. See, this is why I like to talk to coaches about stuff other than basketball, because you do have a life outside the gym sometimes.
Totally. My husband and I don't have hoops after when I get home. We don't talk hoops because he's like, you live in this world long enough. I enjoy talking about this sort of stuff. It allows me to like work the intellectual side of my brain in a different way.
Is that the left or the right side?
Oh, I don't know.
We're talking with Katie Garcin-Forba, Capital Girls coach. They're ranked second, I think, in the state. Not that it matters right now, but let's talk about Megan Swanson. I don't know if we've ever talked about Megan Swanson, and she led the way on Saturday.
She did, and that was big. Jada Clarkson, who's a big player for us, she hurt her thumb and will be out for probably about 2 weeks. So we've got to survive a couple games without her. But I thought we had some kids step up in a big way, and Megan Swanson was one of them. Megan had a really tough defensive assignment on Saturday guarding, who I think is one of the best players in the AA, and who had a 4-inch advantage on her, and just did a phenomenal job. But I think with Megan, she has the ability and has done it before where she kind of rises to the challenge and the occasion when we need her to. But she's also just this hilarious human being who is so genuine and unapologetic in who she is. And I love that about her. And she was so excited about our team win and how well we played defensively against Flathead and Glacier over the weekend. And I think that is what's really cool. She had probably the best game of the year for her, and I think it was career high points. And the first thing she talked about was how excited she was for how well we played and how good we were defensively. And I think that says a lot about who she is.
I was going to say, as a coach, you know, you never know who's going to score. You have an idea of who's going to score game in and game out, but it's the defense. When players in high school talk about defense, you just don't get that anymore. And I've talked to a lot of coaches over the years, and that's disappeared because defense is work, and you have to want to excel at defense. And I think that says a lot about players these days that are good at it.
And I think they see, you know, we tell them if we can hold a team to a certain amount, then, you know, it gives us just statistically, holding them to X amount gives us a better advantage, you know, and, obviously, but statistics show that, you know, if you can hold teams to under 30, you're going to have a ton of success. And, they have goals. Our goal is 34 or fewer points per game. And, you know, they have a reward that if we get that over the course of a game, then, you know, we take a certain part of our conditioning and practice off the table. And, but it's also a huge part of our identity in practice. Mm-hmm. And we rep a lot about defense. We are very particular about it. And we will, the thing I've seen with this group that's really cool is if we're doing a defensive drill and they don't do it correct, they self-correct. And they will go back and redo it again because they've set the expectation for themselves. And I think that's when you know your program and your kids have bought into what you're trying to achieve on the defensive end. And I think they also get really excited when a team is super frustrated and they can't score points. They get excited about that. They can feed into that. And I think that kind of drives how we then get into attack mode on the offensive end. So I think it's kind of twofold for our group. They're gritty. They're like, you know, we kind of laugh because we're not huge. So it's like a bunch of little weenie dogs out there that are just nipping at heels, and they're relentless and, you know, or maybe cow dogs. I don't know. People can pick what they want, but they're just relentless in their efforts. And I think they get really excited about that too.
You know, I used to call Savannah Bignell when she was playing for Capital. And then at Western, I called her a gnat because she was just always in your face, always just around you. And that's just another sign of great defense that you guys have come up with throughout the years. But it does go back to you know, the me generation or I'm not going to get on SportsCenter for my defense. So good job coaching defense. Well done.
Thanks. Well, and it also helps. Savannah's one of my assistant coaches, and you want to hear her get vocal in practice. Defense will get that girl vocal. So she's definitely a big part of why we've taken on that identity and why I think we've excelled in that identity.
Katie Garcin-Forba, Capital Girls coach. Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline, our guest here. All right, you got one game this week. It's a big one. It's Crosstown. Helena High's 4-3. Who's going to guard Alex Bullock? Because that's probably take your pick, I guess, over there. But Avery Kraft, you've got Ashley Koenig, you got Maddie Todorovich. You've got some pretty good offensive weapons over there.
Yeah. And I think that's what's nice for us because we've got some different rotations we can look at defensively. We also can toy with some zones a little bit. So I'm not going to give away our trade secrets on how we're going to defend different players. But you know, there's definitely, they've got some threats and we've got to slow certain players down, and we have to also make players take shots that are not necessarily typical to what they get in games. And so just trying to make them make other decisions offensively. But yeah, I mean, Alex Bullock, she's obviously a great player. I think one of the biggest things about her is she plays incredibly hard, and you have to match her intensity or she just starts to wear players down. And then, you know, Avery Kraft and Logan Todorovich and those guys, they're just super athletic, and they figure out and they score the ball well. And so figuring out how we can take them out of their games a little bit is definitely a big part of our scouting report and our practices this week.
And of course it's a big game, but it helps when both teams in the same city are good. And that's been the case with the boys and the girls this year, which is nice to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one of the coolest things that we've been blessed with, ever since I took over and Eric Peterson was there coaching, is we've had really talented teams. And so every crosstown game is, it can go either way. You've got super talented kids on both sides. And so it makes it really fun. And I think it creates a really fun environment for our players and creates a unique crosstown environment for sure that they can, remember for the rest of their lives. And, that's where I see what's so fun about crosstown. I mean, it's another game. It's game 7, game 8 in our season. So, I always tell them don't make it bigger than it is, but it's an opportunity for them to play against their peers that they've grown up playing against or with in some instances. And the town comes out and supports our kids really well. And the crowds are always fantastic to cross town. So I just think it adds to a really fun element of the season that we get to have.
You bring up a point when you say, don't make the game bigger than it is. Some coaches live on that though. They want that. It's crosstown. Obviously you want to win every game, but some coaches go the opposite route and go, hey, this is a big deal, instead of it's just another game.
And I think, everybody has their preference or their style for that sort of thing. I mean, I'll be honest, when we played in semifinal games at the state tournament, state championships, for me, it's just another game. And it's 32 minutes of you guys getting to go out there and play another game together. And I try and keep it in perspective because at the end of the day, it really is truly just a game. And I hope that they find joy in it. I hope that they create a lot of memories through those moments together. And if we do that, then that's why we play the game. It's a big deal. And I don't downplay it to try and, have some sort of, psychological impact on the kids or be like, oh yeah, we don't need to be, anxious about it or nervous, because they're going to be no matter what.
Right.
But, keeping it in perspective that at the end of the day, it is just another game and they get an opportunity to step on the court for 32 minutes and play together is really a blessing. And to remember those moments and just go out there and play together.
It is National Bootleggers Day today. Did you know that Mountain Dew was invented as a mixer for moonshine?
I did not know that. Is that why they called it Mountain Dew? Because moonshine is made in the weird mountains of West Virginia, or yes. I don't even know where moonshine, Kentucky. I don't know.
I've seen the Wrong Turn movie, so it's the.
You knew immediately. You pictured immediately where I was referring to.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. I've seen Deliverance. Yeah, absolutely. Are you? Have you had moonshine? Legit, true moonshine.
I don't think so. I think that I've probably tried the stuff they sell, that's kind of like the knockoff, but I don't know that I've ever had true moonshine.
Well, it's not true if it's not out of a mason jar. So it will burn the hair off your chest.
Ugh.
So
did you just drink it straight?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh. God, sounds like a horrible idea.
It wasn't my best decision, but I was also 19. So
there you go. We all made some really bad decisions in our youth.
Or a few days ago. It doesn't matter. You never grow up fully, right?
True.
So it's at Helena High. What is that? Friday night. It's always it's the one game of the week. It's funny how your basketball schedules, they do this with the Cats and the Grizz sometimes too, is your rival game is always the one game of the week. And I think that helps keep well, maybe it doesn't help keep the, focus on just one game at a time.
Yeah. I don't know. It's always, and my gripe has always been, we do it right in the middle of finals week. So let's throw one of the, highest emotional games of our season into it while we're making kids study for tests for 3 straight days. But yeah, it's always interesting. I wish we doubled up games this week, just so that maybe we got done a week or two earlier on the back end, but that's just me selfishly wanting to go watch the Pac-12 tournaments and those sorts of things. But it is kind of funny how it's always just the one game of the week, and you prep all week for one game, and then we turn around and have the weekend off and we play again on Tuesday.
Right.
So that part's kind of interesting to me.
How are your Dukies doing? I haven't even paid attention.
We're growing, we're learning.
Okay.
It's fine. We'll be fine. No, I think I think Coach Shire's in a weird spot because you take over for a coach that was just this icon to the university, and people either loved him or hated him. And now you're stepping into a role where there's expectations, but you're trying to make the program your own, and you're trying to grow it, and build it for your own identity. I mean, it's a weird dynamic. They'll be fine. I actually think that they'll have fewer one and dones and get some kids to return. And I think that actually might change how they compete in the postseason in future years. But it's a weird transition year, and I'm trying not to be critical and still be a loyal fan. But it's weird when you change coaches after 40 years or however long it was.
Yeah. Well, and it goes back to, when we're replacing a legend like you did in Bill Pilgrim, but is it better to go outside the system sometimes instead of, because Shire's going to run Krzyzewski's system. I mean, it's the Duke way, right? So is it better sometimes to go outside after the legend or stay in-house?
That's a good question. I mean, I can see both sides of it, really. I think that there's a benefit to maintaining continuity and that identity of the program. When you go outside of that can change significantly. I do think it puts a lot of pressure, especially this is his first head coaching job, and he's 34 years old or 35, running one of the most well-known programs, college basketball programs, and most historical, one of the most historical. That's a lot of pressure to put on somebody in their first head coaching job. I mean, I can't even imagine like the pressure that he's probably feeling. But I think there's value when you have a program like that they preach the brotherhood, they preach that, just those relationships and the what they've created. But at the end of the day, you're taking over something else that somebody else created. And now you have to make it your own. I think that's a really big ask of anybody. So I can see the benefit of going out, but there's also the risk then of you totally derail the culture and change everything about it. So I don't know. I mean, I could go either way and be convinced either way, really.
Did you win state your first year?
No, second year.
Second year. Okay. There was that year of transition. Oh gosh.
Yeah, we were fourth. We were fourth that year, my first year.
Yeah. Before I let you go, favorite Elvis song. We'll circle back.
Okay.
Which one?
Favorite Elvis song?
Yeah.
That's tough. There's. I mean, are we going slow song or
it's your call?
Song?
It's your call.
Can't Help Falling in Love is a good one.
Ooh, yeah. Yep.
I would also say Burn in Love is a pretty good one too.
Ooh,
I don't know.
That.
There's so many, but I would say probably Can't Help Falling in Love.
Was that your wedding song?
No, no. And don't ask me what my wedding song was, because now I'm drawing a complete blank. My husband picked it as a surprise, and it was so good.
Does he remember it?
It was a Chris Young song. It was a Chris Young song.
Okay. Okay. So it wasn't old school. All right.
No. He went more modern. He surprised me with it.
Okay.
And that's all I remember.
Let Me Be Your Teddy Bear is my favorite.
Ooh.
My parents told me that I used to sing that on the toilet when I was a little kid.
Oh, funny.
Yeah. Like 3, 4 years old. So
that's great. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a classic.
Yeah. And In the Ghetto. Have you heard the version with him and Lisa Marie?
No.
Oh, Google it. It's so good.
Okay, I will.
So good.
That's a great song too. That's it. Yeah, that's one that's got to be a top. That's probably a top 5 for me.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, I will Google that.
Yeah, you should listen to it on the way to practice.
Okay.
Yeah, or going home. Either way.
Perfect.
Okay. Hey, good luck Friday night, and we'll talk some point next week, I think, because I don't know what my schedule is right now. I know.
Makes two of us.
I have the next 7 Saturdays in Great Falls between basketball, hockey, and wrestling and the Frontier Tournament. So I don't know what's going on with my life.
Well, just send me a text and I'll probably be 40 minutes late.
Hey, that's fine.
Answering my phone, but we'll connect at some point.
By the way, I always bring this up. Mackenzie Johnson's jersey. How about the triple-double she had?
I know.
Over the weekend, her first one.
The kid's a stud. She's a stud. She's a walking bucket and assist machine, and the kid can. She's still one of the best rebounders we had in program history. Kinsey is one of a kind. She is, and talk about a good person, and just did things the right way. And she is the definition of a winner for sure.
Absolutely, and so are you. Good luck this weekend. You got 2 state titles under your belt. Or 3. No, volleyball went 3 in a row. You went 2 in a row.
Yeah. Yep.
Although you only count 1, but 2.
I don't know. We finished it off the next year, so I feel like we got to count the first one.
That's true. That is true. Yeah. And you did bring the trophy in too. So.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you still sleep with it?
I don't. They had to hang it up at the school finally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Matt.
They had to pry it got a trophy here.
Yeah. It got really uncomfortable for him too. He kept getting poked by it when he'd roll over at night, and it was actually impacting our marriage a little bit. So I had to sacrifice and be like, all right, we can hang it in the school. That's fine.
Oh goodness. Hey, good luck Friday. Thanks for joining us. Safe travels to Helena High. I think the roads will be good for you.
I think so. I checked the weather report. I think we'll be good.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Always love chatting with her. Katie Garcin-Forba, the head coach of the Capital Girls, 6-1 on the year. I think that's their mark. Off to another great start. And a big game coming up on Friday at Helena High. It's going to be a good one for sure. Let's see here. We were talking about Elvis songs. But, check out In the Ghetto. Him and Lisa Marie singing together was, obviously they merged, but it's like when they did the Hank Williams Jr. and Senior, There's a Tear in My Beer. That was a great video. Too. Let's see here. What did we see? Did we see anything? I don't think we did during that. Don't have rankings yet. So there you go. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. He is a world champ. He just keeps getting better with age, it seems. His name is Jesse Kruse, and he will join us when we return. All of our guests appear via the Mike Miller State Farm hotline. It's not just a bundle. It is your home. It is your life. It is your family, and Mike understands that. Get hold of Mike Miller State Farm in Helena today. Coming right back with Jesse Kruse, the walk-off, and more still on the Jason Walker Show. Hang on.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Everyone knows about Dinners Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinners Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinners Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. L&P Grocery offers Boulder a convenient shopping experience, whether you're stopping in for a few things or stocking up for the week ahead. From fresh produce and meat to all the staples you need to feed your family, you'll find it here. L&P Grocery is also proud to have partnerships with local brands and carry products unique to the area. Stop by to exchange propane tanks, pick up fishing tackle, grab your prescription, or get your photo taken at the Pitcher Kiosk. They're delighted to be the one-stop shop for local area Boulder residents who want to support local business. Visit lnpgrocery.com and at 215 North Main Street.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Summer, the season to work hard, play hard. The days are heating up and getting longer. The smell of fresh cut grass, the hot sun on your skin. We kidding. We all know you're really thinking about having fun and relaxing at the Copper Club Casino. Meet your friends for a cold one. Play a $5 or $2. When you want great service, cold drinks, and fun entertainment, this is the place. The Copper Club Casino, where everybody knows your name any time of year. On Euclid across from the Lundy Center, the Copper Club Casino.
Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show. Final segment on a Tuesday. Got the little one here. She's got a little bit of a cold. Yeah, but feeling better. Yeah, a little cough. Losing her voice. Some people wish Daddy would lose his voice. Hey, don't lose that. I need that. Thank you, sweetie. She's been wearing swimsuits lately. It's been a kick for her. Hey, she likes summer. What can I say? What can I say? She is the best. Saw this. John Larrick, former Montana State rodeo coach, will be inducted into the Bobcat Hall of Fame this weekend. Very cool. He was a rodeo coach from 81 to 2000, 5 national team titles, 7 individual titles. And my favorite John Larrick story, so I was working at a radio station in Bozeman. This would have been 2001, XL Country. We had just started it the summer before. And for the summer fair, I said, they had a ladies saddle bronc competition. And I was like, oh, I'll enter. Promotional publicity stunt for the radio station. Had never ridden saddle bronc. My grandpa did growing when he was younger. I always wanted to, but I never did. So finally, I decided I got to use my grandpa's old, setup. It was great. And Coach Larrick thought it was a joke because I wore pink chaps. I'd gone to the thrift store and got some cute little top blouse type thing. I think I still have it. Maybe I should hang it up in here. So I show up to the rodeo. It's a legit saddle bronc. But then they had ladies saddle bronc. And the ladies got to hold on however they wanted. And Coach Larrick was not happy. He thought it was a joke. And I said, get me something super calm, super easy. I don't even care if it bucks. He brought out one of the rankest broncs that he could find. I made it 4.5 seconds. And then I got bucked off right over the front. I look up and I see hooves. So I turned around and got stepped on right on the back of my leg. But love Coach Larrick for that, and he was not playful with it, and made me pay. But it was definitely fun. But congrats to Coach Larrick, well deserved getting into the Bobcat Hall of Fame. Speaking of rodeo, the Montana Circuit Finals wrapped up over the weekend, and for another time, the winner of Saddlebrook, Jesse Kruse, and he joins us now here on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline, the circuit champ and 2009 world champ on the Jason Walker Show. Well, first off, happy holidays. I haven't seen you, I think, since the last Chance Stampede, but how's life for Jesse Kruse and the Kruse family?
Oh, shoot, it's been pretty good. Just doing little stuff around the house and going to a few bronc matches here and there. But nothing too exciting.
Another Montana PRCA circuit title. How many is this now?
I have no idea, but the wife was guessing 7.
Okay. Does it ever get old?
Oh, no, not at all.
It
doesn't even get old. Feels like the first time every time you go in that barn with the crowd. Them good horses, you can't beat it.
Are you getting old yet? Because you don't seem like it.
Oh, yeah. Need to get around with a walker. So.
Take me through the weekend. And, I mean, you came in obviously prepared. You knew what to expect. You've been there multiple times. You've won it multiple times. But take me through each and every night there.
I drew really good all 3 nights. You know, obviously I could have rode a little better each night, but, you know, it turned out good. I had a little paint, Sparky's the first night that was really good. And then, I had a white horse of Kessler's and just got behind a little bit on it. And then the third night I had another good one of Sparky's and, you know, I missed a couple jumps on him, but like I said, I could have rode better, but it turned out good for what it was.
I don't know how much better you could have rode, Jesse. I mean, you tie for the go-around on Thursday. You're third on Friday, and then you win the go on Saturday. I don't know how much better you can ride.
Yeah. No, like I said, I drew good, and they were good, and, you know, I didn't ride too bad, but I missed a lick or two on each one, so yeah, I could have kept from doing that.
We're talking. Go ahead.
I would have felt a little. I don't know if it would have changed scores or not, but you know, it would have felt better to me, I guess.
Sure.
So
we're talking with circuit champ and 2009 world champ Jesse Kruse here, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. Do you learn, basketball coaches, football coaches talk about, you know, they learn more from losses than wins. Do you learn more from buck-offs than you do good rides?
I don't know. I think it's, you know, I guess you can always learn something new, but, you know, usually it's kind of the same deal, you know, either a guy isn't lifting or, you know, staying back or something simple like that when a guy gets bucked off, and that, you know, that's kind of the most irritating deal about getting bucked off, because you look back and it was like, that's all I had to do.
I had to ride for 8 seconds. That's all.
Yeah.
Jesse Kruse joining us. All right. Did you guys get to spend at least one night at home before heading to Denver, or did you guys leave Great Falls immediately?
Yeah, we left Great Falls, and we've been home Sunday night, and we'll leave in the morning to go to Denver. I'm up Thursday.
Okay, so yeah, it's a short trip for you.
Yeah, I think it's only 7 or 8 hours, something like that.
Yeah, that's not bad. And driving through Wyoming is always fun this time of year.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. No wind.
Never. How's the family?
They're good. Been ornery as always.
You're talking
growing up.
You're talking about the wife,
I guess
too,
getting
right?
older, not so much growing up. Oh yeah, definitely. She's the worst.
She's always ornery.
Yeah.
How old are the kids now?
4, 7, and 11.
Gosh.
They're all about 3 years apart.
And they're all about your height. Has
Actually,
Paisley got
taller.
you? Paisley's taller now?
Yeah, she whips me instead of me whipping her.
Talking with Jesse Kruse here. You get to head back to the finals, the Ram Circuit finals, and what's that like for you each time you go? Because you never know when it's going to end.
Shoot, it's always good. Kind of like the circuit finals, you know. It's always a good rodeo, and so it's always nice to make it back. And like you said, you never know if you're going to get back there again. So it's always good when you know you are.
Well, yeah, you got a, and this money goes into the year-end standings, which is a great jumpstart to 2023.
Yeah, whatever a guy can get added up, it dang sure helps.
You slowing down at all? Are you gonna slow down in 23 yet? Or is it one of those deals?
It just kind of depends on how a guy does. If a guy's doing good, I'll go a little harder. If not, just try to get into what I can.
Well, and that's what's interesting now that this money goes towards the year-end standings. But does that kind of change? Like if you have a bad circuit finals, is it fire or is it more of I'll take it easy this year? Or do you wait till June to really fire it up?
What's that? I'm sorry.
Oh, do you wait till June to fire it up, or are you ready to go now?
You know, we usually take off right as Denver starts and go from there, but haven't been riding very good the last few years, so just don't get into them big ones. So a guy kind of waits. And, you know, we obviously enter them, and we're hoping to get into them, but usually wait till about Montana circuit lately.
I know you guys have in the past done that southern tour, the Texas swing for the most part this time of the year, but what is after Denver?
There's Fort Worth, San Antonio, San Angelo, some in Florida. There's quite a few of them.
You're getting close, you know, speaking of the kids, to following them on the rodeo circuit. I mean,
yeah, here pretty soon.
Are you picking them up at
hanging up no matter what? They'll take up all the time.
Well, yeah, well, they've got good genes. It's not like, you know.
Well, yeah, they come from their mother.
Well, you've got some pretty good genes too. So, what are we doing right now?
I'm hooking a trailer.
Oh, nice. It never stops. So you're up Thursday. Do you know your draw down there?
Yeah. I've got, let's see. Fancy Franca Cervies, the first one, and then the second one, Gronk, J-Bar J.
Okay, so you're familiar with that one, obviously. Well, you're probably familiar with all of them by now.
Meet me at the house. I think, I'm not positive, but I think I got on that Gronk at White Sulphur Springs. And the other one, I don't know, but I've been asking around, and it's supposed to be pretty good. So,
before I let you go, I got to ask about certain towns. You bring up White Sulphur. You've had luck there. You've had luck in Helena. You've had luck in, you know, Great Falls, obviously, Augusta. What is it about that Montana circuit that you do so well in?
You know, I think a lot of it is just drawing good, and you know, because a guy can only do so much, and you know, the fans always help get a guy wound up to ride aggressive, so that always helps.
And does it help when guys like me are behind the chutes at the Last Chance Stampede bugging you before your ride and after your ride?
Oh yeah, for sure.
We don't bother you at all?
Keeps your mind off of it.
Well, there
Less thinking, the better you do.
That's what they say. Hey, I know you're a busy guy. I appreciate the time. Good luck in Denver, and I'm hoping to see you in July down here in Helena, or up here in Helena, and say hi to the family, and good luck this year.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's Jesse Kruse joining us, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. He is great. His wife is great. Their family's great. And I feel like I've grown up in Helena watching the Kruses over the last 9.5, 10 years. And, man, they are awesome. Super awesome. Congratulations to him and the family. So, and good luck down in Denver. Let's see. Let's do, I saw these real quick. Your wrestling polls are out. AA teams, Flathead number 1, West 2, Belgrade 3, followed by Senior, Great Falls, and Capital. And in Class A, Havre, Columbia Falls, Sydney, Miles City, Frenchtown, your top 5. So there you go. Just saw those. All right, let's do On This Day in History. It is January, what is today? The 17th. We're midway through the month. It is Classy Day, Bootleggers Day, and Hot Buttered Rum Day. On this date in 1916, Rodman Wanamaker organizes a lunch to discuss forming a Golfers Association at the Taplow Club Martinique Hotel in New York City. It later became the PGA. 1996, Detroit center Steve Yzerman scored his 500th career NHL goal and joined Gordie Howe as the only player to score 500 goals for the Red Wings. Muhammad Ali, born on this date in Louisville, Kentucky. And happy birthday to Susanna Hoffs of the Bengals, born on this date 1959. And Al Capone, born on this date 1899. Let's do this.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
The walk-off, presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Stop in for the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. Always great food and great staff as well. Love stopping into Cafe Zydeco. Maybe we'll do dinner there, lunch this week. Got to get out back to Cafe Zydeco. Had fun today. Hope you did too. We're going to do it again tomorrow. Thanks to Jesse Kruse, Katie Garcin-Forba for joining us. If you missed anything, go to jasonwalkershow.com. This segment brought to you by Copper Club Casino right next to Cafe Zydeco. So make sure you stop into both. Drink and gamble responsibly. Guy Almquist will join us tomorrow. Who knows what else? And then no show on Thursday, but back tomorrow for sure. Thanks to our sponsors, all the great support, the tweets, the emails, the texts. You're fun. We love the sponsors and our listeners. 49 states, 54 countries. Go to jasonwalkershow.com. We'll see you back here tomorrow, right here. Another edition of The Jason Walker Show. Have a great Tuesday.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of The Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited.